Hello, welcome to Creative Crafting by Katie. I have this truffle container from the Dollar Tree and some of my bendable, flexible, wood-based product that is molded wood. See all of the links in the description to be able to purchase that. There'll be a group that you can join to learn all about this product, molded wood. I'm gonna also use this flower application. I'm gonna paint up this with some plaster and aloe colored green. So watch the transformation on that. I'm gonna just take this and make this truffle thing. Right now, it's gonna be part one of a second video. We'll take this piece off, we'll put this around it, and I'll show you how to transform this $1.25 thing into something fantastic. Alrighty, as you see, I am taking the plaster paint and I am putting it on the molded wood. This molded wood has a wonderful design to it. At this particular mold, molded wood is a bendable, flexible wood-based product that you put into a silicone mold. Let it set up for 12 to 24 hours, depending on how thick it is. And then voila, you wind up with this darling piece of trim that you can use on your projects. So I'm using the plaster. You do not have to use chalk paint. You can use whatever paint you craft with. And I am not doing all of it. As you see, I am leaving some of it undone because that's where I'm going to come back in and hit it with this green aloe. And it's going to pop real nice off of this project. So make sure that you get all of these areas that don't look like it is. If you're more comfortable, you can paint the entire thing and then come back in and paint the green over it. I will have a little inconsistency probably in my colors because I've got some of this plaster on the other. I'm okay with that because I think it will make it look more natural. And so it's as easy as that. I'm going to do the same thing here with these flowers on this part. I will also do these leaves with the same aloe color that I'm going to do the other trim here with. But I'm making sure that I'm getting around the edges of this as well, so that when it's adhered, it will be completely covered over. And you see how much of a 3D effect these flowers have. That molded wood will grab all of that wonderful impression of the mold. Okay, so let me finish this up. Taking some of this aloe, and now I'm going to go around here and paint up these leaves. I want this to be a very subtle project. I don't want anything too flashy. This is my own personal preference. You could also just put this molded wood trim on there and leave it in the brown color, but I'm going to show you what I'm going to do with the truffle container first and see, then you'll understand why I'm doing it like this. So let me finish painting this up. Then we have these trims here that we're doing. If you notice, I'm coming in here with a very small detailed brush and I'm going and doing the edges, and then I've got, see, I got a piece here I missed, so come in here with this, and it does paint up fairly quickly. If you have the right, you know, small brushes are best for this, so don't try to like rush through it with a big bristled brush. And I'm coming around and I'm grabbing the vine right here. I gotta steady my hand down on the thing. See how it's coming to life? Grab that on the corner. And just make sure that you're getting all of the sides as well when you're doing this, because it is going to have that 3D and all of this raised stuff. So I want you to make sure that you grab that. Now you could just do the top if you want. But as you see, the difference in the transformation just here between these and this and how much it's come out. So let me finish getting these other two trims and this aloe color paint put on here, and I will show you the next step on what we're going to do with the truffle container. Okay, I've got them all done, ready to go. We'll just set them to the side. They can sit there and kind of cure, so to speak. And then I'm going to show you how I will take this Waverly chalk paint. I'm going to dab it out here, I think, on my table. And we're going to paint this up the same plaster that we used on the trim. I'm going to use this sponge. Okay, we're going to come in here with a second coat. I did have to use my brush to get right up in here because I can't get my hands around it. On this part of the stand. And then I will just put a coat of Mod Podge over the top of this to seal it. You can also use the other product would be like a slick stick. So you can definitely use that as well. But then we're going to come in here and dab it on. This is just a makeup sponge. Okay. And all around the sides. The same way. Okay, now we are going to take this applique here and I'm going to put it like this. Doesn't matter where you put it on here, where you start, because it's round. And I'm going to use Stick Fast. You can get that. I get this on Amazon. I like to do the little bottle because it's easier for me to control and doesn't get too yucky too fast. All right. Don't need a lot of it, and then just hold it here. I'm going to hit it with a little bit of heat. That will help set the Stick Fast up. You don't need it for the product of the molded wood to bend or anything. It's bendable and flexible on its own. I just wanted to set up the Stick Fast so that I can move on. And this is pretty in itself. You could just stop right there and that would be it. But you know me, I don't just stop anywhere. I'm going to take this trim and we're going to go around here with it. Okay, so let me get my Stick Fast on here. You know, these do tend to have a little bit of a rounded edge to them. So when we go to butt them up, they're not as nice. You could cut them flat if you wanted to. And then repaint some of the ends there. But make sure you get it along the edges because that's where it's most important if you want all these little areas to stay down. We're just going to work one molding trim at a time. And make sure when you do this that it's going to come from the right spot. Now I will not need the full of each of that last third trim. So again, I'm going to hit it with some heat, not to bend it, just to make it set up. Okay. I'm going to put a tad bit on the end of this with a little bit of Stick Fast. Okay, and then we're going to come in here with this. You want to make sure that you put this in the right direction so that your trims are all going the same way, so that when it starts and stops, it's starting and stopping at the right spot. And that is going to be right here. See how that'll go nicely together. Actually, I'm going to go like this. I'm going to come here and I'm going to go like this, and we're going to put our extra piece just right here in the back. See how we just need a small little piece? Boy, when I measured the first time, I thought I needed a lot more than that. Oh, all right, so let me get some heat to help set this up as well. do is come in here and we're just going to take a small piece, get my scissors, and cut it down. And get that nicely in there. So get some of this on the ends so that they can get tight together there. And then I will hit that with a little bit of paint later on after that. I got some stick fast on there. I didn't realize it at first. And so we will just put that right there, and voila. We have got a very adorable little truffle tray with some adorable trim on it now, okay? I do have a few places I need to fix up the paint that I smudged here on here, but I want to show you in part 2 of a video what this is going to look like after we get done doing something for the inside of it. So look for part 2 on the video. Make sure you subscribe, and all the links to purchase the stuff for the molded wood and my link tree and everywhere you can find me on social media is in my link tree. It'll all be there. The group to join for the molded wood, so you can see how wonderful this is. There's a quick video here on my page. It's less than 5 minutes long. Also on how to just put the product in, let it cure, and take it out and put it on a project. So use my channel here as a source of a way to find out how to use this molded wood product. You're gonna love it. It's addicting.